Hey friends, welcome back to Jenny Food and My Kitchen. For the last few weeks, I've been putting together a playlist for you of recipes that you can make and take to potlucks and parties. Tonight, I'm having a different sort of party. I'm having a pizza party. It's the weekend and I got a few people coming over. We're going to order pizza. But I thought that I would just put together a simple side salad that'll match that pizza pie, and it's a copycat recipe. It comes from the Scala restaurant in LA. So we're going to put this simple salad together and then I'll let you know. Is it worth all the hype? Let's do this. All right, friends, let's make this salad. I've got one head of iceberg lettuce. I've got a cup of mozzarella cheese. I've got 1 can of garbanzo beans, and they have been rinsed and drained. Then I've got a 1/4 pound-ish, that's about like 13, 14 thin slices of salami. And then even though some recipes include the onion, some recipes don't. I mean, there's all kinds of copycat recipes online for this salad. I like a little onion in my salad, so I'm going to go ahead and include that. So that is it for the salad part. And then our dressing, we've got olive oil, red wine vinegar, some good mustard. I'm using my local Mike's mustard. This is a very easy salad to make. I have family coming over tonight, and I've been told I'm not allowed to make kale salad anymore. My mom hates kale, so I tried to get my family to change, and they decided they don't want to change. So let's just get that core right out of there. I just bang that on the counter, and then that will kind of take out that core of that iceberg lettuce. Now, this is a chopped salad. So anytime you're making any kind of a chopped salad, whether it's a Mediterranean chopped salad, an Israeli chopped salad, Scala chopped salad, you want your ingredients to be pretty much the same size. You want them all to be, you don't want like large pieces of lettuce and small pieces of onions. The idea is that everything is chopped to like the same size so that when you take a bite, you get kind of everything all together. So let's do that. Let's chop this pretty fine. I'm going to go ahead and try to give, as best that I can, a shred-like texture to this lettuce. And then once we go to do the salami, I'll show you, we are going to do kind of the same thing. We're going to kind of shred that salami. So into my bowl. I'm kind of excited that I don't have to make a big dinner tonight, and yet I can have family over. I'm not mad that we're ordering pizza. And I'm excited. I think I've told you before, salad is my favorite food group. I mean, I love salad, and oftentimes, especially if there's like a buffet and there's a few different kinds of salad, I will save my salad kind of like for my dessert, because I absolutely love salad. I love the textures of salad. I love crunch. I love brightness. I love a pop of sweet. I really love salad. It's weird, but I think it's because I know how to make a lot of different kinds of salad. I mean, as a private chef, in the summertime, pretty much I have to come up with a salad for every type of meal, whether it's Mexican, Italian, Mediterranean, Spanish, barbecue, fancy steakhouse. So I have just kind of learned how to make lots of different kinds of salads. And that's looking really good. Now, some of the copycat recipes say that you could add romaine to this. I don't have any romaine today, or else I absolutely would. And I also am curious to try this. I've been wanting to try this salad for like a while. So when my mom called and said we're coming and we're going to do pizza, I thought, I can make my Scala Chopped Salad. It's just an opportunity for me to make salad. And I'm just putting that right into our bowl. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to toss this right before we eat tonight. So, but I've got another bowl that I'm going to put a little salad together for me so we can taste and talk about this. So just so you know, I'm going to actually move that over here. And I will go ahead and I'm just going to add pretty much, I'm just going to give myself a little sprinkle of cheese there. But then the rest of this can go right in there. And then I will add my chickpeas. Now I rinsed and drained those. I'm just kind of pulling them out of the bowl because if there's any water, and there is a little bit in the bowl, I don't want to dump that as well. So, and then I'll give myself just a few of those chickpeas. And now we've got our salami, and this is just deli salami. I mean, you could do the pre-sliced packaged salami if that's what you like. I happen to like the deli salami. So now I'm going to go in and I'm just going to kind of, I'll show you. I'm just kind of going to go in and I'm going to cut those about that big. So kind of real similar to the size of our lettuce. In fact, I think I'm going to cut those in half as well, so that everything kind of has that same size. And then I will throw just a few pieces of that in my salad. And then we'll put, and you just kind of have to make sure that they're separated, like those salami pieces want to kind of stick together. And we don't want them to. This salad, actually, the reason this salad is so popular is because of the Kardashians. I am not a celebrity follower, but I do love me a good celebrity salad. I don't know about you, but one of my friends got me hooked on the Jennifer Aniston salad. We should make that sometime. That's a good one also. I just wanted something a little bit different. I have made the quintessential Olive Garden salad so many times. I've made antipasto salads. I've made pasta salads. I just wanted something a little different. And actually, I have a client that wants me to make this salad for a specific event this summer, so I needed to try it anyways. So it's just a good idea all the way around to do this today. I looked at the official recipe on the restaurant website, and I don't see that it has red onion in it, but we're gonna go ahead and add it here. So, because I like onion. All right, I'm gonna go in super thin slices. I want that to be very thin, like paper thin, like shredded super thin, super duper thin. Ah, and that's just hitting me right in the face. Whew. Strong. That is strong. And then I'm going to give those just a little bit of a chop again to keep with that same size. And maybe that's good. Oh, shoot. She's a strong one. All right, we're gonna have to pause. I'm back. Let's see if we can get just a couple more slices of this onion. And I'm gonna throw just a couple slices in my little tester salad. I think that's good. So that's it. Cheese, salami, red onion, garbanzo beans, iceberg lettuce. Whew, I'm still wiping tears. We're gonna get this dressing together. So this dressing calls for 1/4 of a cup. Now I've got a decent olive oil here. Not 1/4 of a cup, I'm sorry, 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. Going slow here. All right, that's 1/3 of a cup. I'm going to go in with like roughly almost half, maybe a little bit more than half of that, with 3 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. And then we're gonna add 1 tablespoon or 3 teaspoons of this mustard, which this is like it's a local mustard, and it has like, it's almost not as quite as sweet as a honey mustard, but it's got a little sweetness to it. So normally I would add sugar to this if it was like yellow mustard or Dijon mustard, just because I think a pinch of sugar in a vinaigrette like this just kind of like, it keeps that vinegar from like punching you, you know, it kind of tones down the acid and makes it just nice and tasty. That's my thoughts anyways. And then lastly, we are going to add 1/3 cup of the dust. And this is good dust. I got the good cheese today. Nothing like a struggle on camera. All right. To that, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of the dust. So now I am going to get our lid on, and I'm just going to give that all a shakety shake. Maybe I'll add a little pinch of salt and pepper. That looks delicious. All right, and then let's just give that a little bit of pepper in there. That looks good. And we'll give her just a couple shakes of salt and then reshake. All right, I'm gonna dress this. I'm gonna wait and toss that later when everybody's here and the pizza comes and we go to sit down. But I will make this for you and give it a little taste. Smells good. Well, that was quick. All right, I am gonna just get in there and get this all coated in that dressing. All right. I'm gonna go in with everything. Oops. Let me get another one of those garbanzo beans. All right, we ready? That's good. I mean, it's very simple and bright. I think I might add a little garlic. I think just a little pop of garlic in that dressing would just take it kind of over the top, but that's really good. Very simple. And I think that'll go good along with like a lasagna or a spaghetti and meatballs. Maybe even like an Italian dish where you want the salad to be a little simpler in comparison to the main meal. That's where I would make this. But it's good and it's quick. So if you've got people coming over for pizza and you want a salad, you know what I'm saying? All right, friends, if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, and comment because it does my heart good. So I'll see you next time. Bye for now, friends. It's really good. Going in my salad catalog.